Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into something that is honestly a total game changer. How you can use the power of ChatGPT as your very own personal assistant, specifically in Urdu, to make your daily life way easier, more productive, and, even a bit more creative. I mean, just think about it for a second. An assistant who's ready to draft emails, help you plan an events, or even write a little bit of poetry for you, right on the spot. It sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, it's actually becoming a reality, and we're about to see exactly how. Okay, so here's what we've got lined up. First, a really simple introduction to what this thing even is. Then we'll get into the good stuff. Real, practical examples for your job, for things at home with the family, and for when you're feeling creative. And we'll wrap up with some super important things you absolutely need to know to use it the right way. So, before we jump into all the amazing things it can do, let's just take a quick second to get on the same page about what ChatGPT actually is. So, what is ChatGPT really? Well, put simply, it's an artificial intelligence you can just talk to. You type in a question or a command in Urdu or lots of other languages, and it gives you back this incredibly detailed, human-sounding response. The absolute best way to think about it, it's like having a super smart assistant on call ready to help with pretty much anything that involves writing. And the range of what it can do is honestly pretty staggering. We're not just talking about answering trivia questions. It can write a formal letter for you, whip up your next social media post, help the kids with their homework, or even be your brainstorming partner when you're stuck for ideas. That incredible versatility is what makes it so powerful. All right, let's get practical. Let's see how this thing actually works in our first area, your professional life. This is where you can start saving a ton of time and effort, like right away. Okay, we have all been there, right? You're not feeling well, and the absolute last thing you feel like doing is trying to figure out the perfectly formal and polite way to write that sick leave email to your boss. It's such a simple task, but so annoying when you're not up for it. Now, check this out. The most amazing thing here is just how simple the request is. You just tell the AI exactly what you want in plain, normal Urdu. There's no special code, no magic words, just a clear, straightforward sentence. And boom, in seconds, you get a perfectly crafted, professional application. It's got the right tone, the correct formal language, and it's structured exactly like it should be. So what's the real takeaway here? You've just saved yourself 10, maybe 15 minutes of hassle and headache, all with one simple sentence. That's efficiency. Okay, so it's great for the office. Now let's bring this powerful tool home, because its usefulness goes way beyond your 9 to 5. It can be a massive help in managing your personal and family life, too. Here's another scenario that I'm sure many of you can relate to. Planning a big family event, like a wedding. Getting the wording on the invitation just right can be really tough. You want it to feel warm and inviting, but also elegant and traditional. And again, just look at the beauty of this prompt. We're not just saying write an invitation. We're giving it a specific vibe we're going for, beautiful and traditional. This shows that you can actually guide its creative style. And the result is, well, it's fantastic. The AI generates text that really understands the cultural nuance of an Urdu wedding invitation. It knows how to mix that formal language for the elders with warm, welcoming words for your friends. This proves it's not just a word machine, it's a tool that can actually grasp context and culture. So, we've seen it handle work and personal tasks. Now for the really fun part. Let's see how ChatGPT can become your creative partner, helping you get from that scary blank page to a finished piece of art. The thought of writing poetry can be a bit intimidating, right? But look at how you can break it down here. You don't have to do it all yourself. You can use the AI as a collaborator. First, just ask it to brainstorm some ideas. Then, pick one you like and ask for a little snippet, maybe in the style of a famous poet like Galib to get the feel right. And then, this is the best part. You work with it. You refine, you edit, you ask for changes, and you add your own personal touch. It really becomes a creative conversation. This tool is incredibly powerful. There's no doubt about it. But with that kind of power, we have to be smart and responsible. So let's wrap up with some absolutely crucial things you need to know to use it well and to use it safely. Okay, this slide is maybe the most important one in the whole explainer, so please keep these things in mind. First, and this is a big one, always double-check important facts. The AI can sometimes be confidently wrong. Also, its knowledge isn't live from the internet. It has a cutoff date, so it won't know about very recent events. And please, be so careful with your privacy. Never type in sensitive personal info. At the end of the day, remember it's a tool. A brilliant one, but just a tool. And the better your instructions, the better it works for you. And that brings us to a final, pretty deep thought. We've seen how AI can help us with language in these really practical ways. But what does all this mean for the future? As these tools get woven deeper into our daily lives, how are they going to influence the way the Urdu language itself evolves? And what amazing new kinds of creativity will this human-AI partnership unlock? It's a really fascinating question to think about. Thanks so much for joining me.